Hey, 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 I got my passport and you don't have one. You better get one so you don't miss out on our group sailing. Hey, hey, Alaska. Hey, Aruba. Hey, hey, Costa Rica. Hey, hey, Mediterranean. Hey, hey, in Europe. Hey, hey, Alaska. Hey, hey, Aruba. I know I've said all those, but those are my favorite ones, okay? So don't judge. All right, it's the ADHD cutie, you guys, coming to you just to give you a quick message about passports. Yes, I am super excited about the very first single and solo women's cruise group that I'm putting together. Cruising, cruising, cruising. Cruising for me and my ADHD anxiety is the absolute, hands down best way to travel. It's easy. Cruises are pretty much put together for you. There's not a lot of planning. You just got to pick the date and where you want to go. But the passport was an anxiety point for me. I had to get it done. I kept putting it off because I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with that process. It's going to be so convoluted and da 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 da. And then when COVID hit and they were talking about how long it was going to take to get passports, and they were just being delayed for months. And I'm like, you know what? Just forget it. Isn't that pretty? I got this case, you guys. FYI, I got this case off of Amazon. But again, I digress. See, I said ADHD. Yeah, her mind just goes to something else. It is what it is. It happens. It happens. But anyway, as I was saying, I uh, I had to just decide to do it because there's so many places that I'm missing out on, whether I cruise or fly, that require a passport. So I was like, I really do want to travel full on, no holds barred. I just really want to do this. And so I took the plunge and I got my passport. I went online, filled out the application, picked the post office that I wanted to go to. And yes, you can go to a post office, but you have to do your research. Well, no, let me take that back. When I was doing it, yes, you had to do your research and pick and find out which post office was actually processing passports. And remember, you need a picture for the passport. So the post office has to be able to be offering that service as well. And that is what I did. Went and got my passport, boom, bang, boom, bam. Okay, well, you can't see that, but let me try that again. So I went to the passports, paid my fees, da 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 da, and bam, here we go. And I got it, I want to say in about a month and a half, which is not at all, nowhere near as long as I thought it was going to be. So I was ecstatic about that. Now it's just a matter of where do I want to go first? Okay. As you can see, my little passport stamp page is empty. Okay. It's empty. Who do I want to stamp my book first? Which country? Aruba, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Mexico, maybe somewhere over in Europe or the Mediterranean. Paris would be really nice to be as my first stamp. Wouldn't that be cool, Paris? Yes. Okay, I know cruises don't go. Well, actually, cruises pretty much go to all of those places. Even Alaska. Yes, I would consider Alaska only because I want to see the auroras borealis, aka the Great Northern Lights. You've got to go to someplace cold to do that. I'm sorry, it is what it is. And I will be putting together a group trip for that. So we can either go to Alaska or Canada or Iceland. But guess what? It's going to have to be in October and it's going to be for freezing. So get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready because we are going everywhere. You hear me? This passport is going to be full by the end of 2024, hopefully by summer of 2024. Yes, I am serious about this group cruise thing, you guys. Group cruise, group travel. Who is this group for? It is for single Black moms. I'm not omitting anyone. Of course, everyone is welcome, but it is specifically for my single Black moms of neurodivergent children, my single Black working moms, my single Black moms who are corporate execs, single Black moms who are in the healthcare field, especially if your specialty is dealing with special needs children. Psychology. You may be a single mom who is a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Any of those titles and jobs and just life, that's your life, you need this cruise. You need these group cruises so you can have a support system at sea. You need to have the camaraderie and support of other women like you, other single moms like you who are dealing with the day-to-day issues of raising a neurodivergent child. What do I mean by neurodivergent child? I'm talking about any child who's on the autism spectrum, ADHD, epilepsy, PTSD, OCD, Tourette's, even bipolar. All of those are very, very heavy burdens to carry as a mom or parent, period, but especially as a single or solo mom. Now, what do I mean by solo mom? Those are moms who may be married or have a baby daddy, but they're just not pulling their weight. Whether they're working all the time, working at night all the time, out of the country or out of state working. Baby daddy could be a truck driver. He's not around. Mama is doing all this by herself. She needs a break. I know most of us think, she got family, let family help. I'm sorry. Boop, sorry. Put a pin in that. Family does not always want to be bothered. It's a lot, especially if they don't have children. They have children for a reason. They don't want to be bothered. Or it could be that they can't have children, but still, that's a lot to deal with when you're just not used to that. It is what it is. Whatever the reason, the single parents that I'm speaking to need a break. I did a video, I want to say last weekend or a week before last, about the very same thing. When do you get your break? When do you get to send your child off to grandma and grandpa's for the whole summer? When do they get to send them to your aunties for just the weekend? So you can have a break. And by break, I don't mean when they go away, you cleaning out the attic, spring cleaning. No. When they go away, you go away. That's the break I'm talking about. Okay, so don't worry, I got you. I got you. All right, see, we're going to be all over this map, y'all. All right, all over. See that? See that? We are going all over. Okay, and yes, cruise ships pretty much go everywhere. You will have the absolute best sleep ever. Forget about those little fancy mattresses that they got that most of us can't afford that gives you a good night's sleep. Sleeping on a cruise ship and have that natural ocean rocking. And it's let me back up. I don't want to scare anybody with that. You are not going to feel, it's not all this. You're not going to feel that. It's a very gentle, mild rocking that you don't feel. But you feel so refreshed and revived when you wake up the next morning. You are going to feel so good. Woo! Make your head blow. So, for any of you who have cruised before, whether solo, with your children, if your children are neurodivergent, please leave a comment down below. Let me know your experience. Let me know if you've ever cruised or traveled with a group before. What was your experience with that? I really would like your feedback. If anybody wants to reach out to me, whether you have questions about this group cruise, whether you want to get started with the passport process, whether you have questions about being a first-time cruiser, please email me at cruiseunity@adhdcutie with a K. That's ADHDKUTIE.com. cruiseunity@adhdcutie.com. cruiseunity@adhdkutie.com. Reach out to me. We will have a conversation. I will gladly walk you through what that process looks like. Okay? Now, getting back to that process, like I said, I was able to go to post office and get it, apply for it in person. From what I understand, for new applicants, that is no longer an option. And I will double check on that to let you know. It all has to be done online as a new applicant. The day I went in was the very last day to have it done in person. So I definitely had to make sure I had every single document, paper, phone number, address, whatever. I had to make sure I had it that day because there was no coming back. You're talking about high ADHD anxiety that day. That was just high anxiety, period. But I got it done. I got it done. So, all right. So again, cruiseunity@adhdkutie.com. Reach out to me if you have any questions about this group cruise, any questions about applying for your passport, any questions about being a first-time cruiser. I will keep uploading videos, making this a series even, addressing different concerns that people may have about cruising, especially you first-time cruisers and what to pack, okay? I know women, we be packing everything, but no. Okay, but we'll get into that in another video. All right, thank you guys for your time. I'm gonna let you go. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see y'all on the high seas. Bye for now.